Oh, very warm welcome to all of you weighted to win in this Friday edition, the 12th of July, where racing is taking part down at Fairview on the turf this afternoon, and we have 8 races to get through. It does look like a favourite card. We do have Nino Podesta, who's he's going to be our expert today, and he can help us through the card. So looking forward, hopefully, to a punter-friendly day. So as far as the card is concerned, as I mentioned, race 1 is where the bipod starts, PA race 2, pick 6 race 3, jackpot 1 race 4, and jackpot 2 starts in race number 5. Now, as far as the first race is concerned, it's a work riders. They're running over 1,000 meters, first leg of the bipod this afternoon. And your favorite chair number 2, Uguguletu, is currently 19 to 10. The one and action is 26 to 10. And then it's 17 to 2 and better bar those. So we're going to get Nino's input here. Race number 1, Nino. It is a work rider, so we have to tread carefully. What do you make of this first race?
Yeah, first of all, good morning, Lal, and nice to be working with you again on a different platform. So looking forward to this.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, thank you. First of all, let's just quickly say that the assessment of today's card is my personal opinion, and I always advise the punters to add their own fancies and selections.
Wise words.
In race 1, I'm drawn very much in the camp of the Uguguletu. The Cape form is strong, and if it brings any of that form where it ran, I think, second behind Tyrion Lannister, second behind Amber Rock, and third behind Riverstone, it should win or beat a field of this nature. But as we know with work riders, we have to be careful. There's a lot of luck that we need in the running. And then obviously I'm hoping for a big run from Gotcha Buzz for Gary Geyer and Caboose van Staden, some big supporters of the game, guys we know well, and hopefully that runs well for them. And then obviously you got to look at In Action and Bella Trees and Warsword and even a horse like Ponte Vecchio for trifectas and quartets. But for those that want to play aggressively, I would be in the camp Uguguletu and maybe even banker that.
All right, thank you very much, Nino. So you're taking race 1. There's the bipod. Nino's bipod up on screen. You can see, being a work riders, he has gone 1, 2, and 7. Might be quite wise there. Just the 2 bankers in the bipod this afternoon, and that cost us 54 Rand. But race number 1, number 2, Uguguletu, with that strong Cape form, could be the right one. But again, work riders, we tread carefully. Right, so that's the bipod. Get those on. First race, 12:40 this afternoon. Race number 2 this afternoon at Fairview gets underway at 13:15. It is the first leg of our PA, and I would, if I could say, not the strongest field here. Number 7, Queen of Jazz at 15 to 10 does have some good form under her belt. I see there's a bit of money for the 5 horse on debut, and another horse to watch out, obviously number 3, First Wish. But the betting has it at 15 to 10 about number 7, Queen of Jazz currently. 9 to 2, First Wish, number 3. And the 5 horse on debut at about 5 to 1. So small field, just the 8 runners here. Cheek pieces I see going to number 2. But we got Nino in the house, and he's going to hopefully help us structure a PA. But Nino, it looks like not the strongest race here. So number 7, Queen of Jazz, could be a straightforward banker here.
Yes, Lal, I agree with you. Not a strong maiden field. And if you have a look at number 7, Queen of Jazz, I know she's had 7 runs and she's always running places and seems to be getting beat and can't get a nose over the line. But her 2 best runs have come over course and distance when she ran second to Blue Palace, beaten a short head, and second to Pizza Chim, beaten half a length. And she has 1 or 2 beaten on that run. So her best 2 runs over course and distance, not a strong field, and I'm bankered in Queen of Jazz in the PA and the bipod. For those that are wanting to go wider, I'm looking. You could get improvement from number 1, Kakua Spirit, number 2, Elegant Appeal, number 3, First Wish, and number 4, Global Scene. But I'm in the camp and strong in the camp of number 7, Queen of Jazz, to see us safely through the bipod and PA.
Now, thanks, Nino. Yeah, I see your win bet here, Queen of Jazz, number 7. And just looking at it here, Like you say, the best two runs were on turf over course and distance. She does look very hard to beat, and 15 to 10 might not be a bad price. Here's Nino's PA, banker 7, banker 1, banker 2, and then we're going a little bit wider. Nice, cheap, non-expensive PA for Nino, and it's just got to get through those first four legs like Turfentine yesterday, where we did have the first four winners. Favourites, let's hope the same happens today. So 36 Rand is that fee for the PA 13.15, race number 2. Race number 3 at Fairview this afternoon. There is the first leg of our pick 6. It's a maiden juvenile plate. They are racing here over 1,600 metres. And again, I see a fairly strong favourite here. Number 7, Walt Whitman, who's around 9 to 10. This for Alan Creef and Richard Fourie. Second, there's number 5, King Sailor at 7 to 2. And your third favourite, number 1, Crimson Comet, who's currently trading at around 5 to 1. Now, I was looking at this during the break then, and Walt Whitman, who's at 9 to 10, could be some very good value. It holds number 1 on their previous meeting, and it holds number 5 on the last run. So I was thinking, when I join Nino in a second, get his thoughts here. I thought number 7 looks extremely hard to beat,
Yeah, now extremely hard to beat. And he's going to love the 1,600 meters being by Camford Cliff. The stable has come to form in the last 2 meetings. I think they had 4 winners last Friday. Definitely the horse to beat, and I wouldn't go against the punters that want to banker this in all the bets. I've covered it in the bipod, hoping to double up with number 5, King Sailor, and I'm looking for some improvement from number 1, Crimson Comet, but I don't see many others getting into the position of winning the race. There is a well-related first-timer by Ideal World. I don't know much about it. If there's money for that, maybe they want to consider that one. But very strong with Waltman, and maybe I should have bankered it in the bipod as well.
Yeah, I see your pick 6 is up on screen, and I'm just looking at it really for the first time. I see what you mean. I think maybe the smaller punter could banker number 7 here. But has gone 157 by 1 and 2, by banker 2, by 247, 369, 2367, or 23710. Apologies, in the final leg there, 216 Rand. Just on paper, it looks like number 7, Walt Whitman, is actually, if I can believe I'm saying it, good value at 9 to 10 for race 3. Race number 4 is the first leg of our Jackpot 1 this afternoon out at Fairview. They're racing over 1,200 metres, 14.25 the off time. And I see again, we have a strong favourite, number 1, Ellerix. It is at 5 to 10 currently for Alan Creef and Richard Fourie. Second favourite there, number 2, Green Fame. 3, Rain Bird. I see getting a little bit of support there. Number 4, String of Lights. But again, we do have Nino on the line here. Nino, number 1, Ellerix had that one run here on the poly. I think probably he's better suited to the turf here this afternoon, and maybe hard to beat, or is there some opposition here?
No, I don't think so, Lal. Look, I think it's going to be a very, very tough horse to beat. Cracking run on the poly, and like you say, he's going to love the turf. And also, if Iguguletu wins the first race, that form would have been frank, because he ran ahead of Iguguletu behind a horse called Suti a couple of runs back in Cape Town. He ran second to Suti, and I think Iguguletu ran third or fourth, if you can check for me. So very hard horse to beat. And for those that are playing aggressively again, I would suggest to banker this in their pick 6s bipod. I've got great respect for number 2, the ex-Johan van Vieren horse, well bred by Give Me the Green Light, out of a very good mother, gathering fame. Brings some fair Joburg form. So for me, 1 and 2, I cannot see anything else winning the race. But again, it's only my opinion.
Yeah, nice confidence there. Number 1 and 2 are going into the jackpot for Nino. 1 and 2 by 247, by 3, 6 or 9. Again, a cheap. You can always add on. As Nino said at the beginning of the program, he's giving you an 18 Rand jackpot. You are more than welcome to add on whatever you like. But Ellerix, having that second local run back to the turf, Richard Fourie, tongue tie on, looks certainly the horse to beat there in race number 4. And that time, as I mentioned, 14.25. Race number 5 gets underway at 3 p.m. It is the first leg of our Jackpot 2 this afternoon, and a Pinnacle Stakes where 1 or 2 of them renew rivalry, and we've got some really talented individuals here. They're running over 1,800 metres this afternoon. Of course, they don't need any introduction. Cherry No number 1, number 2, Grazing in the Grass, and of course number 3, Runaway Song. Really are the 3 class horses there. And if you look at the best weighted column, you've got number 2, Grazing in the Grass, number 1, Cherry No at the top of that rating in a Pinnacle Stakes, and then just behind them, number 3, Runaway Song. So we're going to get Nino in here to discuss this jackpot too. And of course, Nino, I know Cherry No, you really love this horse, but I think today, you and I did chat earlier, Grazing in the Grass over this trip might have the upper hand. But the question I've got for you, Grazing in the Grass, Cherry No, and Runaway Song, not much between them, is there?
No, there's not much between them. And like I said to you, I've made no secret over the past couple of months or so that I love this horse, Cherry No. It's one of my favorite horses running in PE, and I think it's full of ability. But I think she's best up to 1,600 meters. And I just have the feeling that over the 1,800, that Grazing in the Grass will have its number. But again, only my opinion. But I do believe that the winner will come from 1, 2, and 3. There's not much between 2 and 3. I think half a kilo. But that was on the poly, was it? When
yes.
Grazing in the Grass beat Runaway.
Correct. On the poly.
That was over 19 on the poly. I think at the weight, Lyle, 14-time winner, Grazing in the Grass, has to be the horse to beat. But big respect for number 1, Cherry No, and then possibly third choice, or my third choice, Runaway Song. And for those that are playing pick sixes, they don't want to bank Grazing in the Grass, I think they should go all 3.
Yeah, completely hear you. The win bet here for Nino is the win on Grazing in the Grass. 14-time winner, carrying level weight with Cherry No. They're both real class individuals. And Nino is bankering number 2 in that first leg of our jackpot 2 by 247, 369, 23710. And as you heard from Nino, don't leave out Runaway Song, not far behind Grazing in the Grass last time. We've got 3 class horses at the top. They are weighted to run 1, 2, 3. Let's see how they go in the first leg of the jackpot 2. Well, race number 6 is the Port Elizabeth Gold Cup, and they're racing over the mammoth 3,200 meters. And very interesting to see Lucky Udelarkus bringing down a horse for the Drakenstein stud, and that is number 4, Battleground. Who's your favorite at around 17-10? Just looking at that, some nice strong Joburg form, so obviously a big runner here. The 2 horse here, Bournemouth, we all know how good the son of Canford Cliffs is. Back from a short rest, he'll get the services of Richard Fourie. And then also in the betting is the 5 and the 1. So fairly open if you look beyond the favorite Battleground, and that's why Nino's here to help us through it. Nino, Battleground number 4, the son of Futura, not doing much wrong in Johannesburg, strong form. Is he going to be too good for this field, or will 1 or 2 of him give him some cheek?
Well, Lyle, this is where I'm going to value your input here. You know the Joburg horses. I think that run in the Gull, was it the Gull Bowl when it ran third
yes.
to Crimson King?
Very good run, Nino. Very, very good run.
Don't you think this is don't you think that was a strong run and should easily account for a field of this nature?
Yeah, 55 kilograms, Samanga Khumalo, Lucky Udelarkus. I'm with you, Nino. I think Battleground could be quite hard to beat you.
And the thing is, look, Khumalo rode Harold the Duke last time. They actually switched now, and Caden Brewer rode Battleground. I see now they have switched rides.
Correct. Yeah.
So, look here, Bournemouth is going to love the 3-2, no doubt about it. But she hasn't run since April. Battleground, I don't think Lucky Udelarkus would come all the way from Joburg just to have a look at the scenery in PE. I doubt that very much. So, very strong in the camp of Battleground. If he does fly through his line, then it becomes wide open. Look at Bournemouth, Zatara's Magic, Harold the Duke, and Juan Carlos. Any of those could win it. But we've got to be in the camp of the Battleground. I think the runs in Joburg were strong, much stronger than what he's meeting today. So we have to be with him.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. And if you look past Battleground, it becomes a very open affair because there's some talented horses here. But we've got to trust that the Joburg form, particularly the Gold Bowl, should be a bit stronger than this. So Battleground is the selection. But Nino's covering himself here. Pick 3, final pick 3 on the card. He's going 247 by 369 by 23710. The final pick 3 on the card. And that starts in race 6, the Port Elizabeth Gold Cup. Race number 7 is a conditions place. They're running over 1,400 meters for the fillies and the mares. And again, this is where weights come into it. We've got the horse at the top of the betting there, number 9, Gimmy's Lassie. Now, she is the best weighted horse in the race, this daughter of Gimme the Green Light. Mr. Nastili takes 4 kilograms off, so just 48 kilograms. She comes into the race. Your second favorite, number 3, United Express. Passion Dial, number 6, is there at about 9-2, and then it's 10-1 and Better Bar those. So as far as this race is concerned, like I said, number 9 is the best weighted, then number 6, Passion Dial, and then it's quite a bit of a gap till the next. So are these top 2 going to dominate as far as the weights are concerned? Let's see what Nino has to say. Race number 7, Nino, is it open, or are the horses weighted to win going to come through?
Well, the horse that is weighted to win is number 9, Gimmy's Lassie. 7 kilos better off with Passion Dial. But as we saw last week, and I don't take much, as you know that, as I've told people many times before, we saw what happened last week with Joy and Peace. There was a horse in that race, Gideon's Daughter, 6.5 kilos better off, and a horse called Amazing Colors, 5.5 kilos. They had Joy and Peace stone cold at the weight, and we saw what happened.
Correct.
Joy and Peace won. Amazing Colors and Gideon's Daughter didn't hit the ball. So don't take too much into the 7 kilogram swing. I'm still in the camp of Passion Dial. I think she's a 3-year-old improving horse, and she's got Sumanga Kumala. I think he can make up at least 3 or 4 of those kilos, compared to, with all due respect. And I think the Steely is a good jockey. But I think Kumala is a little bit stronger and more... has more, how would you say it?
Experience.
Experience, and he knows the horse very well. So
Yeah.
I'm in the camp of Passion Dial, even though she's 7.5 kilogram worse off, to beat Gimmy's Lassie, and I don't see United Express 4 on a row being too far out. Those that are loading, please add in a horse called Strange Magic. That could cause a big upset if they gain more than 3 horses. But I'm in the camp of Passion Dial. The 7 kilogram doesn't worry me too much.
All right, thank you, Nino. There's Nino's exacta, 369, and he's saying just include number 12. If you do go a bit wider, you can add that into your exacta box if you want. But he's thinking Sumanga Kumalo's brilliance, strength, might be able to win the race despite the weight turnaround. And here's number 6, the daughter of Kawari, very much in good form at the moment. There's your exacta box up on your screen for the penultimate race this afternoon. The final race on the card today, race number 8, over 1,400 meters, merit rated 80 handicap, and your betting has number 10, Masked Vigilante, at the top of the boards again after being very unlucky last time. Richard Free, of course, retains the ride here for Alan Creef. Others to mention, number 2, Gimmy's Laddie, who's been running well. Number 7, Prophet. Now, Prophet was a very talented younger horse, and I see Corne Spes is bringing the son of Kawari down to PA for the second time. Down to PE for the second time, but on the grass for the first time at PE. So interesting runner there. Bronze Sword, number 14, also in the betting, but Nino's with us. Nino, Masked Vigilante was very unlucky last time. Now going up the extra 200 meters, which I think will help.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because you only have to look at his last round to see how unlucky he really was. I mean, he was like 12 lengths back going through the 400 and the 200. He finished like a bullet train. He was beaten a short head. I think the commentator actually called him third. He ended up fourth, but like half on the winner. Richard, the wind was blowing Richard away there on the outside, and back on over the 1,400. I think he's going to be a massive runner and very hard horse to beat. The danger is obviously number 2, Gimmy's Laddie, or is it Gimmy's Lassie? Gimmy's Laddie. I think he'll appreciate. He's also been unlucky in his last 2 runs. He was slow out and he was way back as well and finished very strongly. I think he's going to appreciate the 1,400 on the turf. So those are the 2 for me. And like you say, maybe Prophet. If he comes back to his best, watch out.
Yeah, wise words there. Watch out for Prophet if he does come back to his best. He's currently on offer at 7-1. 2, 7 and 10. That's the way Nino is playing his final exacta on the card. It does look like a favorite day. Will the punters do well? Time will tell. Let's hope so. Enjoy your race. I hope you've enjoyed the racing so far. And don't forget, race 8, 16:45. Get those exactas on.